Welcome to today's Pick a Card general reading. Just quickly, there is going to be an extended to this reading as well. The extended will be up on Patreon. Today's reading, we're asking Spirit, what are you missing? What information do you need to know in order to move forward in your current situation? So, before you pick a group today, beautiful souls, I do want you to take a little mindful moment to think very clearly about what area of your life you feel you need clarity in most. It is really important that before you pick a group, you have that sense of awareness and you have a really solid intention of what you need clarity on. Because from my point of view, I'm going to be simply focusing on what are you missing? What information do you need in order to move forward? So it is going to appear very general unless you have a specific situation in mind. So keeping that in mind, I will introduce you to the 4 different groups now. Group 1, you have the Amazonite crystal. These are all kind of like palm-sized crystals I wanted to use, somewhat bigger than what I usually use, but I got a new Labradorite crystal, so I wanted to use that in today's reading. So group 1, you are the Amazonite. Group 2, you are my beloved Amethyst cluster, which is really getting faded. I can see that so clearly now. I've got to protect this from the sun. So that's group 2. Group 3, you are the Labradorite crystal. All of these are like palm stone size as well. Labradorite's so intriguing to me. It's similar to black opal, basically. So that's group 2. That's group 3. Group 4, you have this beautiful, listen, it ain't a crystal, but it's still precious. It's still beautiful. It's still thriving. It's still giving off energetic frequencies that ground us and calm us. I don't know what it is. I found it, connected with it. We became best friends and I took it home. So group 4, you are this gorgeous, grounding red rock that I found in the bush. It's been cleansed and it's just as important as the other crystals on the table. So those are the 4 groups. We got a little bit of black and blue over here. We got a bit of amethyst purple. We've got a bit of greeny colors from the sea potentially. We have a little bit of red in terms of, I don't know how you pick your groups. Maybe pause the video if you need more time. Timestamps are down below, bonus songs are down below, the link to the extended on Patreon is down below. Click your links and join me in your reading. Hi group 1 and welcome. If you chose the Amazonite, I don't know why I said amethyst. If you chose the Amazonite crystal group 1, then this is going to be your reading. We're asking Spirit, what are you missing here? What do you need to know? What information are you missing? How are you supposed to move forward? So you know what I actually want to do? I want to start with some energy, or do I? No, we're going to start with your gem oracle cards. Well, let's see what you're missing here. And I got to warn you, Kirk is being very attention-seeking. We spent all morning together. It's lunchtime now, but because I was working, he was a bit upset. So we're going to hear him in the background a little bit. Group 1, please, Spirit. What are they missing here? I hope you have a clear situation in mind or kind of an understanding of where you feel stuck as well, group 1, because this could appear very general unless you have a clear situation in mind. Group 1, please, Spirit. What are they missing here? What information does group 1 need to know? What are they missing? We have the natural agate. Okay, so for some of you, this is a situation that has left you feeling stuck for quite some time. This talks about, for me, this is like embracing moments of stillness in order to appreciate in hindsight how important they were. Like at this point in time, it may appear like a period of inaction, but actually you are exactly where you are meant to be. I kind of feel like this card is also talking about a special or important bond that you have with someone in your life. It could be romantic, it doesn't have to be. That's just giving me like Empress energy. So potentially you feel very maternal towards someone, or you feel very nurtured by someone. There's this feeling of I just feel connectedness around you as well. I might pull one more card for you and then we'll read some messages from the book for that card as well. Group 1, please, Spirit. What are they missing in this situation? What is group 1 missing in this situation? What is group 1 missing in this situation? Excuse me. Thank you. We have the rock crystal coming out for you, number 15, Gemini, throat chakra. And we also have Dumortierite, beautiful, 25, the sun and solar plexus chakra. For the longest time, I was calling the solar plexus chakra on these cards sacral chakra. I honestly, oh, you got Amazonite as your bottom deck energy. Okay, interesting. I love that. Now, what this is kind of telling me is that there is a tendency here to, it kind of feels like what you're missing is that all the information is already here. You may receive further clarity, but for now, you in this present moment are exactly where you are meant to be, however still, however inactive it appears, because you are meant to simply digest what is in front of you. You aren't meant to be doing a heck of a lot, Group 1. There is a feeling of more is going to unfold naturally, but for right now, with the Gemini and the Venus, is almost this need to appreciate exactly what you have here and now, even if it feels limited, even if you feel like you aren't really going anywhere, or like what lies 10 steps ahead. If you are a serial planner like me, maybe you're someone who is struggling with this, but Spirit's message to you seems to be to simply be present and to simply embrace the information that you have in the moment. There's this energy of not necessarily going with the flow, but living in the present moment. It doesn't mean that you're not supposed to make any decisions. It's just that your decisions need to be based on the here and now, not necessarily 3 months from now or 4 years from now for some of you. We're just looking at the here and now. And this is also a way for Spirit to kind of help you appreciate some of the things that you've been glossing over or potentially missing out on. It feels like with the Dumortierite here that we do have a need to express ourselves more. What seems to be missing here is a little bit of happiness and creating more moments for us. What's going to make us happy, not necessarily doing something overtly social to appease other people, but doing what is going to make us happy. Like I'm seeing like a lot of self-care stuff, you know, if you want to just drink a bottle of wine at 12 p.m. because you don't have to leave the house, like that's the kind of energy. Maybe don't make a habit out of that, but it feels like more of those sort of precious moments with yourself, releasing this need to know exactly what lies around every corner ahead. But let's start to get into some tarot and we'll see what else you need to know about your situation. I do feel a sense of duality with that Gemini. There is this side of you that knows all of this, the process of surrendering, the law of attraction. You know that you have to stay present, you have to keep your vibration high, but there is also this desire for answers. And I see you seeking clarity, but Spirit is saying that for the moment, you should just be trying to stay present and trusting that this information will find you when it is meant to. This is a difficult message to deliver because I can feel like this is probably going to be my group at one point in time. It's this energy of just live. All you have to do is live and make yourself laugh. Like spend a moment today to find a way to make yourself laugh and you've ticked all your boxes. That's all Spirit wants you to do today, is to live and make yourself laugh. Okay, Group 1 Spirit, what are they missing here? What is Group 1 missing? Oh my gosh, no, honey sweets, that's too much. We're going to put all of that back and try again. Very clearly, please, Spirit. What does Group 1 need to know? What are they missing here? What are they missing? We have the Two of Wands. There's that planning energy. Why are you out of focus? Is that because of the smoke? You know what? Okay, I'm going to have to move that over there. I'm burning a Palo Santo incense, so that makes sense. We have the Two of Wands. I don't want to do that beauty guru thing. Do I have to? Does it even work? It does. Wow, it actually works. The Two of Wands coming out with the planning energy. We have the Ace of Wands. I wanted to flip it, but apparently you got to see that in the reverse for now. Group 1, please, Spirit. What do they need to know? Okay, I like this. Yes, the Ace of Swords reversed. The Knight of Pentacles reversed. Okay, the Two of Cups. The Two of Pentacles. You know what? This is interesting as heck to me. We have 2 aces, 2 twos, 3 twos. Oh my lord. And the 3 twos are all upright. Literally 1 1 and triple 2. Bottom deck energy is the Knight of Swords. So, okay. This is good news. You guys seem to be the kind of people that like to control things. You like to not in the sense of maybe you're overly controlling, but you like to be in control of your circumstances of your life. You seem to want to really know what lies ahead. You could be planning something big right now. And so you, logistically speaking, need to know like every variable in this outcome in order to make the best choice. It feels with the Two of Wands over here, Group 1, that you do have a decision pending, but I'm also feeling like this is reliant upon further information, which is out of your hands. The fact that these two aces are reversed tells me that a lot of this situation is out of your hands, which I can sense is causing a lot of frustration, which is why with the Nine of Pentacles reversed here, Spirit is really reminding you to stay in your lane. This is all you can focus on. This is all you can control, so stay in your lane. This situation over here with the two aces is out of your hands. It could be timing. It could be communication that you're expecting. It could be inspiration for a new path in life. For some of you, this could have to do with travel and relocation and moving. For many of you, with the Two of Cups and the Knight coming out at the bottom deck, it feels like this could be a person who you're trying to potentially get to know better or build a sort of partnership with. It could be around finances, it could be around friendship, it could be around romance, but it feels like you need more information from this person in order to progress. And it is indicating that all of this is in their hands. So all we can really do is sit here on our balcony with what we have, which is more than enough, until we are presented with this person's hands. I do feel with the Two of Cups that there is going to be a level of compromise. That's something that you don't know. Spirit's saying that what's missing here is that there is going to be a period of just sort of getting familiar with this situation. It feels like a person more than anything, but we really have to sort of give ourselves a grace period here, where we're being almost very black and white. It's not to say that we have to come in with super high expectations, but definitely sort of set your boundaries, know your limitations, know how you want to approach this situation, look at it from your side, and allow this situation to give you the opportunity to look at it from their side as well. Like if you feel like you're missing something here, ask the right questions is what's coming through. This Two of Cups energy is an opportunity to really get to know the situation better. It feels like a meeting of some sorts. It feels like you're coming together and you're meeting with someone and you're really hashing this out. I heard mano y mano, so there's two strong individuals coming together to really hash this out, to understand the situation better, and to really understand limitations in order to come together in a compromised union. With the Two of Pentacles here, this situation is happening exactly when it is intended to. Spirit wants you to know that what's missing here is it needs to come into balance with the Two of Pentacles. Either it's happening the way it is because it's something that is time sensitive, or it's something that is resource sensitive. It feels like it all has to kind of come together in a way that it's very mechanical. Like I'm seeing cogs in a clock just sort of like rolling into each other. You know how they sort of come together and then they go like that? And it really feels like there's no way that this could be sped up. If this was sped up, it wouldn't be coming through as a tangible opportunity. It would be coming through as something that was, for lack of a better word, half-assed, something that wasn't worth investing in, something that wasn't worth presenting. So it does feel like it's happening when it is. And Spirit's saying, even though it feels like you're waiting and waiting and waiting, it's actually happening a lot sooner than it is as well with the Three of Swords. For some of you with the Three of Cups reversed at the bottom here, I can see that this may be something that potentially wasn't taken seriously in the beginning. It was something that you weren't expecting to evolve in this way. It's a situation that is being simplified though. Like it feels like either it was way less serious, or it wasn't really an opportunity that you were entertaining, and now all of a sudden it's coming, it's here, and it's time to get serious. I see that we're going from the Three of Cups to the Two here, which is like something that was this big going into this. It's more intimate, it's more specific now, and for some of you it's a lot more serious, especially if this is a relationship. This is potentially a friend that is becoming a lover, or someone who you had known in a different scene who is now going to help you with your study or your business. It's a very specific situation that has gone from something like this to something more intimate and more connected, more involved. With the Queen of Pentacles here, it feels like it has the opportunity to be, I'm hearing longevity, so to last, to be long lasting in your life. And I feel with the Eight of Pentacles that you are going to invest a lot of energy into this. With the Three of Swords, Spirit is almost indicating that something else needs to be rectified first, and then that's followed with the Tower. So this is literally unfolding as quickly as it possibly can in order for everyone to receive the best outcome possible, if that makes sense. If you resonate with multiple parties being involved, for example, this is happening as fast as it can in order for the best outcome to be achieved for all involved. So let's get more information. What is missing here for you? What are you missing? What information do you need to know? I do see clarity coming your way. I see a potential like a false start or a feeling of cancelled plans. There are delays here, but it has to happen this way in order for it to be for everyone's highest good. All right, group one, please, Spirit. What are they missing in this situation? What information do they need to hear? What is group one missing in this situation? Hello. Okay, I will take those. Bottom deck energy at this point is plateau. Interesting. So that's that sweet spot that we were talking about, you know? We don't need to kind of rush through this. If we are still, then at least we're not struggling, you know? Like there's a real energy here of like you're a busy person. Time is precious, and I understand that. But at the same time, you have a lot in your present to keep you preoccupied enough so that you're not completely falling apart, you know? Like there's this feeling of there is an opportunity right here, right now to simply live and appreciate who you are in this present moment. It's a good opportunity to literally just coast through, to not make any serious decisions, to not be too seriously concerned, and to simply be present. That's what Spirit was saying in the beginning about that whole business of, you know, if you can just make yourself laugh at some point throughout the day, then you've ticked all of the expectations, you've ticked all of the boxes, and you're doing wonderful. Now, in terms of what else you may be missing about this situation, we have the tongue here. So I do see that communication is very important. I see that expression, clear expression is very important here. This could be a little heads up for those of you to really go over and potentially practice what you are going to say once you receive this communication, once you receive this opportunity to come together, because it is happening while you continue to focus on your own independence and your own health and success over here. This is all happening and unfolding in the background. So do use the opportunity in this plateau period to just figure out exactly what you want to say, to set those healthy boundaries, and to release high expectations, because I really think that this opportunity, this meeting, whatever this is, it's going to help you see things from the other perspective. If you feel like you've been looking for a job for a very long time, for example, you're going to learn after this meeting that this company that you thought was doing really well and that it was really difficult for you to get an interview with had to let go of like 50 employees in the last financial year. And these were like long-lasting, very significant part of the family type people who unfortunately, because the company suffered because of whatever financial implications of this bloody virus, you know, there's that sort of energy where you're actually getting to see why this had to happen the way that it did. So it's really important that you bring your 2 cents to the table, really say what you need to say from a place of understanding what you want out of this situation, so that you can expect a well thought out and well detailed answer as well. I'm literally hearing that if you prepare your side, they'll prepare their side, and it is going to be mano a mano, 2 strong individuals coming together to talk about this with honesty, with compassion, and with a desire for a compromised union here. With tornado coming out, I do feel like this is the calm before the storm for many of you. Like, I do feel a juggling act over here. I feel like that's the road forward isn't going to be easy, which is why you need to appreciate this still period, however boring it is, however frustrating it is, because you know that it's temporary, you know that you're destined for more. It is still a period of the calm before the storm is what I feel. And with this tornado here, I feel like things are going to change very quickly once this meeting happens. It doesn't mean that it's going to be destructive. It doesn't mean that it's going to ruin anything that was meant for you. It just means it's going to happen very quickly. With the blood here, I kind of feel like we need to purge something. We need to let go of something. It could just be the way that we're talking about this situation, or the way that we're projecting our energy towards this situation. Obviously, I feel frustration. I feel a sense of, well, does this person even want me, if that's what it is, or like, does this company even want me? It's really important that we find healthy ways to release this frustration. You're only human. You're allowed to feel like this. You're allowed to feel confused. You're allowed to feel a sense of boredom and frustration, but really do find healthy ways to let this out that aren't jeopardizing towards this opportunity. For example, don't let this fester and boil into resentment or spite against this person or against this situation, so that you accidentally repel the outcome that you're trying to manifest. We do see fuel coming out here too, so I do feel like things are going to change quite quickly once that fuel is brought to the table. Once we have the opportunity to put fuel on the fire, so to speak, I see things changing very quickly. So in closing, I just want to get some charms before I take this into the extended. Spirit for group 1, what do they need to know about this situation? What is missing in this situation? Okay, I think that's where I'm going to have to call it. Let's see what fell into this little crevasse. Oh, that's so interesting, because we have the plateau and the Knight of Swords, and what fell in there was the ring. So interesting. Did I drop anything on myself? No, I don't think so. Okay, so this is interesting. There's definitely a love situation here, or this is like a labor of love situation. Goodness me, where do I want to start? Maybe we'll start over here with the snake. So Spirit is really saying that this period of stagnation or idleness, or it's not even stagnation, it just feels like you're very still right now. You're not doing a heck of a lot. You're in planning mode and you want answers in order to be able to plan effectively. This period is leading to sort of a slightly toxic energy around you that is potentially limiting your own pleasure. Spirit is saying it's not repelling the opportunity that's coming towards you, but it is giving you a less than favorable experience, because you're coding this energy in like a feeling of like, if I could word it better, it's like, say you go to, I don't know, a zoo, and you really, really, really want to see the white tiger. And the one thing you want to do is you want to see the white tiger, and you want to take a picture of the white tiger in its expansive field, because I don't believe in enclosures. So you go there, and because the field is so big to mimic like the tiger's natural territory, you don't get the opportunity to see it. You know, you have to settle for the fact that you went to the place where it is. You don't get a personal photo. You don't get to take a photo of it. You don't get to see it with your eyes, but you know it's there. It's kind of that feeling of like, you have two choices. You can appreciate this opportunity for what it was, and for the fact that, you know, maybe that wasn't the right time for you to see the tiger. Maybe the tiger was sick. Maybe the tiger was eating. You know, maybe the tiger didn't even know you were going to be there. It had no idea that it was supposed to meet you there. Or you can just get really upset and frustrated and ruin the rest of your trip by saying that it's been a complete failure because you didn't get to do the one thing that you wanted to do in that moment, and you'll never be happy ever again. Like, and that's where I kind of feel like this is at with the snake charm there. There's just an energy of like, you're ruining your own experience here, and you are the one who can change that as well. because I do see that a lot of this is out of your hands. I can appreciate how frustrating this is, but Spirit really just says, like, the only thing you have to focus on for now is to make yourself laugh at least once a day, to try to keep that energy light and to try to remind yourself that you're only human. You're doing the best you can with the information you've got, and Spirit knows your information is limited, so it's fine to do just that, a limited amount of effort. With the drunken charm here, there's a little message about unhealthy coping mechanisms. You know, I was talking about that bottle of wine. Just don't make a habit out of it. But if that is what is going to help you raise your vibration, then do those things. We have the Ace of Wands over here with the communication charm. So I do feel like there is going to be passionate new communication, potentially leading to a new creative opportunity, I want to say a new opportunity to create something, whatever that is. It could be a job prospect, it could be a relationship that takes a passionate beginning. This opportunity felt like a false start, but it is being rebirthed. Over here, up between the natural agate and the rock crystal, we have the precious charm. Now, this precious charm is a little bit muted compared to the other precious charms I have, but it is still precious, and it kind of tells me that this is about appreciating you and where you're at right now. There is a reason to celebrate you for who you are today and for how far you've come in your period of living in this lifetime. So I feel like that is asking for you to make precious moments throughout your day, to appreciate who you are and to do something simply for you, not to appease other people, just to simply take your time for what it is. It is precious. So don't even buy it back. Just take it back and say it's yours and make those opportunities to live in those precious moments for you. Over here with the Nine of Pentacles, I am seeing the ring charm, which to me is kind of saying that this is a cycle that feels restrictive right now, but it is temporary. And I do feel like this feeling of restriction is supposed to kind of just keep you in your lane so that you don't try to assume responsibility and control over the things that you aren't meant to be controlling. With the selfish charm, it's all about you right now. Spirit's saying it's all about you. Stay in your lane. Down here by the fuel, we see a moonstone crystal, which tells me that this fuel will offer clarity, it will offer deeper knowing, and it will also help align you with the truth of the situation. Apparently, for some of you, this is about love with my heart, amber heart charm, and I see that this is a passionate labor of love situation. Like, this is something you are passionately in love with, or creatively, like there's an energy of the sacral chakra merging here with love. So it kind of feels like a passionate, creative, loving situation, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, for those of you, I'm hearing like a freelancer potentially who's like, this is your creative baby. That's what it feels like. Now over here with the nostalgia charm, that's interesting. Tornado is telling me that there are self-destructive tendencies here with this old charm. That's telling me that maybe we're looking back at the past with this tendency to self-destruct. So just be a little bit aware of this energy of it kind of feels like you know this about yourself, but and it may not apply to all of you, but there's something about the past here that you think about it and you know that it's probably not true, but you thinking about it immediately puts you in a negative mindset. It immediately puts a dampener on your spirits, and it feels like this isn't a positive form of reflection. This is something that just puts you in a foul mood, and you know this about yourself, but you still accidentally do it. With this beautiful charm here, I feel like there is a lot of love for you. There is a lot of creativity. Again, I'm getting so much orange, literally, I don't know why, especially with the charms, there's a lot of orange and gold, and it feels like this has to do with your sacral chakra, an opportunity for creation, for expansion, for passion, expression. So it's really important that this period of feeling stuck isn't seen that way. It's actually a period of just recuperating until, like, the calm before the storm energy. And it's not that you should be feeling bored, because there are still things that you can do right here, right now for your precious self. So group one, I am going to, oh, excuse me, we have another charm that I missed, the watermelon charm. For the first time ever, this watermelon charm was actually sitting like on its rind, which never happens. So it's interesting, and it was sitting in a way where it was showing me both sides. There is a sour side to this watermelon, and there is a super sweet side to this watermelon. So I do feel, with the fact that we're seeing both sides here, I do feel like Spirit is saying there are two sides to this story. There are two ways of looking at this. You are allowed to feel frustrated, but find a healthy way to express it so that your experience right here, right now, isn't being sabotaged by your own thoughts, so that you're not putting that dampener on your own spirits. But there are two sides to this, and Spirit is trying to orchestrate this in a way that everyone is having the best possible outcome for the highest good of all, is what I'm hearing. So group one, I'm going to take this into the extended now. I want to get further clarity around the outcome of this situation because I feel like that's what you guys mostly want to know. I'm also, if this is a person, going to be getting some channeled messages to see what's going on their side of the story, whether it's a job opportunity or a romantic opportunity. We're going to try to figure out what the delay is on that side, and then I may just get more oracle cards. I think that's what I'm going to do. If more questions arise, then I will ask them, but we'll just focus on that for now. If you want to join us in the extended, the link to that is down below. Otherwise, I will leave you here. Thank you so much for all of your support. I hope this helped put things into perspective for you. That is the information you're missing in this situation. That is what you need to hear about this situation. And I shall see you in another video, group one. Bye. Hi group 2 and welcome. If you chose the Amethyst cluster as your crystal at the start of this video, then this is going to be your reading. So group 2, today's reading is super general from my perspective, so I do hope that you came into this reading with a clear situation in mind, something that you may need clarity on right now. We're going to be asking Spirit, what are you missing here? What do you need to know? What information do you need to know in this equation? I'm going to be getting some cards. I think I want to start with the Gem Oracle cards for you, just to get a rough idea. And then I'm going to delve into tarot, and we're going to get more intuitive messages. There will be an extended today, depending on your individual group circumstances. I'll pick the questions at the end and let you guys know what we're going to be extending. I do want you to know that the extended is on Patreon, so if you are a member, you'll receive that link at the same time that you're watching this. If you're not a member, do have a look at our Patreon community. Have a thorough read of each of the membership levels and consider joining us over there. We have a really exciting new competition going on over there, which is a merch giveaway comp, which I'm really excited for because there'll be 5 patrons selected at the end of the month. This is your card apparently. Opal 31, Saturn, and the throat chakra. Group 2, please Spirit. What do they need to know? What are they missing here? What do they need to know about this situation? What is group 2 missing about this situation they're in? We have a Venturine coming out for you as well. So a bit of Neptune and a bit of Saturn. First of all, I can kind of tell with the Saturn energy here that this has either been a really long time coming or it hasn't been easy, to say the least. It feels like a really trialing and testing period. Potentially there has been a long period of time behind this, group 2, but I also just feel that with the Venturine here, that there's a lot that's potentially been blown out of proportion. I feel that this has something to do with your, potentially your daydreams, your fantasies, but I also feel that this is a process of trying to see through that and trying to potentially ground your fantasies and see through the confusion of the fantasy so that this dream is more realistic and more practical. I was always told that the difference between a dream and a goal is steps, you know, like having practical steps towards that goal makes that dream a goal. But anyway, that's a side note. I can kind of see here with the throat chakra that potentially what's made this even more challenging is either your thought process around this or communication around this has made this very challenging as well. Either you are seeking clear, consistent communication to cut through the illusions and to understand the truth, or communication hasn't been consistent, or we're needing to sort of change the way that we're thinking about this, or we're needing to realize that our dreams are trying to tell us something about this. Is this energy of seeing through this in order to get clear source information, because we do have the crown chakra at the bottom of this Venturine. And I see mostly with this Venturine card coming out that this is about ending a cycle of confusion and gaining the clarity from this fantasy, from this dream. Bottom deck energy is Jade, the number 24, Venus, and your heart chakra. So I am going to get messages from my beloved book, around these 3 cards because I love these messages. It may sound a bit monotonous because I'm going to be reading from the book, but I do think that there will be messages here for you. So let us start with your opal, the number 31. I think that's the last, no, it's not the last card in the deck. It's like my birthday card though for me. Okay, so this is actually the air element behind Saturn. Saturn is a planet that rules Aquarius and Capricorn. So the air is more associated with opal in this, and we know that it's linked to Vishuddha, your throat chakra. So the message is, we are in a time of great idealism and others may not fully understand our actions or the fact that we are not the least interested in material goods. We act for the communal and collective good without secondary motives and with honest intentions. We don't mind if we are considered extravagant as we are in harmony with ourselves and happy. So listen, this card is asking for you to really do something for yourself that is going to make you happy, regardless of how other people see you. You know in yourself that this is the best choice for you. There is this real strong energy behind this message of ascending beyond your 3D world, and that includes the limitations of your fear as well. If your fear is centered around how that person may perceive you or what they may think of you or how they may want to work with you moving forward, that is a 3D limitation. The energy around you is trying to ascend you beyond that. It's about looking at, well, what is your highest good? If you take action with pure, honest intention, then it is going to have pure, honest results. Immediately speaking, the 3D world may be temporarily disrupted. People around you may go, oh my days, what has the Amethyst group done? Like, why did they sell their home and move to Bermuda? Or why did they quit that job and decide to do this instead? It may be confusing for them because it feels like this is outside of the matrix, so to speak, but it's really about doing what is going to make you happy here. Let's go have a look at your aventurine really quickly. Oh, I just got Kirk's hair on my lips. This is horrible. Ugh. Okay, sorry about that. All right, aventurine, water, Neptune, Sahasrara. Sahasrara? I need to get my pronunciation perfected. That's your crown chakra. And your message is, if something in our past has traumatized us, the time has come now to be healed. After a period of elaborating the loss, the wounds are closed, and we are once again ready to open ourselves up to life with greater experience and knowledge. We open ourselves up to emotions without fear of being overcome, and we have the capacity for enjoying and appreciating new possibilities. So for some of you, I'm really getting this energy of you're leaving something behind. Spirit is really calling for you to do what is going to make you happy. Spirit is acknowledging this isn't an easy decision. Neptune and Saturn are saying that this is a difficult choice, but if it's for your highest good, then it's going to be for the collective's highest good as well. It seems like you need to let go of a situation that is going to cause temporary pain, but is ultimately going to open you up to new possibilities that offer you potentially more happier experiences, because it seems to be more in line with who you are meant to be in this lifetime, honoring who you are meant to be. So let's talk about the jade really quickly. I don't want to dwell on these cards for too long, but I've already been talking for 7 minutes. Oh my lord. We have water, we have Venus with this card, and we have Anahata, which is your heart. So the message is, following periods of stress or shock, both physical and psychic, we must give ourselves time to recover. A period of rest has presented itself to us, though we must not take this as forced inactivity. Idleness is, in fact, a precious companion for rediscovering ourselves. Immersed in silence, we can finally listen to the sounds of our soul. Group 1 got that card as well, which is super interesting. Y'all might be connected. What this is telling me is that you will have a period of stillness before this period of change. You aren't meant to rush from one thing to another. You are meant to be in your own little zone of feeling content and simply understanding what you truly want. It's like you have to really, if you've been in a period of stillness recently, it was so that you could really understand like what you want, what is going to make you happy, and potentially what you need to heal in order to open up to these new possibilities. It kind of feels that for some of you, group 2, I don't see you staying still for very long. I see things changing for you soon. I see potentially like things coming into alignment very soon. It's really about knowing when you're ready emotionally. That's what it seems to be. Apparently you may be suffering from psychic wounds too, which is just feeling as though you can't trust yourself, feeling as though you've been disconnected, or feeling as though the universe has forgotten about you. If you have spirit guides, they seem to have abandoned you. It's these sorts of feelings of you're not as important as you are, and the truth is you are a divine being and you're creating your reality with your thoughts. So it's really about reconnecting with yourself and letting yourself feel what you need to feel in order to move forward. Let's get some tarot cards for you though. Okay, so group 2, please, Spirit. What are they missing in this equation? What are they missing? What do they need to know about this situation? I didn't even know that card fell out. What do they need to know about this situation? What are they missing here, Spirit? What does group 2 need to know about this situation? What does group 2 need to know about this situation? What does group 2 need to know about this situation, please, Spirit? Oh my goodness me. I can see why they're asking you to stay open. You're so closed. Okay, that makes sense. Bottom deck energy is the 7 of Cups. Oh my days. You know what I'm hearing? It's real. It's real. It's real. For some of you, you need to know that it is real. What you have been wanting, what you have been seeking, what you have been daydreaming about, what you have been fantasizing about, what you have literally been dreaming about, it's real and it's waiting for you on the other side of this fear, on the other side of this healing, on the other side of this, what are other people going to think? What are other people going to say? Is this really the right choice? What if I hurt them? It's all about you here, and Spirit is indicating that your thought process here needs to change. You have to gear your thoughts and your way of thinking more towards you, being selfish here appropriately. What is genuinely going to make you happy? Because this happiness within you is for the highest good of all of us. You need to be happy for all of us. No pressure. But that may help you switch the narrative a little bit so that you can take this as something that you must do for everyone's highest good. It's really about ending this tough cycle. And I feel with that 10 of Swords that there is a feeling of betrayal here. There is a feeling of you're also martyring yourself with these swords now. You're making this way more painful than it needs to be. Spirit is indicating this cycle should have technically ended a long time ago, but it's all just about your perception now. And when you feel ready enough to move forward, you have a new opportunity waiting on the other side of this. It's literally waiting for you, group 2. But it's really about you allowing yourself this opportunity. Your thoughts are blocked right now. You're telling yourself you can't have this, or potentially you shouldn't do this because you might betray someone. Potentially that's what this is about. But more so, this is about changing that inner narrative, turning that tape over. We're not going to listen to side A anymore. Let's listen to side B. Side B is preparing us for this new beginning. With the 2 of Cups coming out reversed, I see that the struggle here is either not meeting desires or feeling like you're both on different pages. For many of you, this is a romantic situation. This pertains to an individual, and it feels like you don't know how they feel about you. Do they even care? Do they only see me as a friend? Is this situation manifesting me in the way that I'm manifesting them? Truth be told, this situation is highly complicated, but it's mostly complicated because we're getting secondary information. I feel like with the Hierophant card coming out reversed, wrongful advice has been taken, which has sparked this narrative of believing in the impossible rather than the possible. It really feels like the Hierophant is here reversed because we've accidentally gained information from a secondary source, or we haven't asked the right questions. Some of you guys need to ask the right questions. You need to approach the source for the information. If this is a dream of yours, I feel like we need to really just get specific about where we're getting our information from. It's really about not every 2 cents is worth investing in here. And I feel that for many of you, it's about going directly to the person, if this is a relationship, and asking them for information. It feels like this could pertain towards study for some of you with the Hierophant showing up. It could just be about simplifying that process and going straight to that institution for the right information. With the Queen of Swords coming out here as well, this is kind of telling me that this is a scary idea for you. This is something that feels like you need to level up to do, you need to boss up to do. I feel like many of you feel like you need to wear armor in order to do this. Like you guys want to go in cold and with your tail between your legs. Like it's really just about honest, clear information so that we can make honest, clear decisions moving forward. The main reason why there's so much confusion is because we're allowing information to come in from all sources. We've almost got like, I'm seeing a roundabout that has like way too many roads connecting towards it. Now the flow of traffic is just jarred. Like, who gives way to who in this equation? There are too many sources of information coming in. We don't know what to believe anymore because we haven't gone directly to the source for the information. With the Strength card reversed here, Spirit is saying that this situation doesn't have to be this difficult. It does require compassion, but it requires a lot of putting yourself first, not being strong for others, be strong for yourself. What do you deserve in this equation? The Strength card here is actually telling me that for many of you, this isn't as difficult as you think it is, but it is about putting yourself first. That card is giving me strong Leo 5th house energy, doing what is going to make you happy, regardless of what other people think of you. With the Ace of Cups coming out here, Spirit is saying that there is a new opportunity that could potentially make you so happy, so giddy, so excited, and it is sitting on the other side of this tough cycle of thinking. Really allowing yourself to flip that switch over, to turn the tape over, to tell that narrator in your head to quit their job and you're going to hire somebody else because you don't want to listen to that narrative again. It's really about letting this cycle end, this thought process of believing in the impossible end, so that you can believe that this is possible for you. I feel with this Ace of Cups that it is literally right there. Now with this Two of Cups reversed, I see that you've put a separation or a distance between you and your dream because you are afraid of what other people are going to think or say. With the Five of Wands here, there's an indication of really discombobulated energy. Like, I'm feeling like either you feel you have to fight for this, or you're expecting arguments, or you're expecting strong opinions in the very least. You're worried about having to defend yourself in order to approach this. And honestly, I'm going to clarify that for you, but the Two of Cups is showing me that there's just two people here. Why do we have to involve these Five Wands? This is about two people, two parties coming together, two individuals coming together. It was never supposed to be about five individuals with their strong opinions and all their wands. It was always supposed to be about these two individuals coming together. Under the Hierophant, we have the Six of Cups reversed, again confirming to me that some of you are dwelling on a past issue here that potentially didn't happen the way that you were expecting. It feels like this triggered deeper wounds though. It triggered something deeper, potentially from your childhood. Now, the Six of Cups is saying that this opportunity is still there, but you have to want it to come back to you. It kind of feels, with this being under the Hierophant, it almost feels like that message about getting the right information. Some of you need to reach out to the right people here, and they could be people from your past, people from your childhood who you trust. Getting information from the right people who you trust. It's really about this energy of you've already kind of, like, you seem to know how you can rectify the situation, but you're hesitating to do that because you're afraid of getting your head bitten off by this Queen of Swords. And with the Queen of Swords being clarified by the Five of Pentacles reversed, it's almost like if this doesn't go in your favor, if the Queen of Swords decides to like come at you and behead you as the Queen of Swords would when they're angry, then you're out of the cold and you end up with less than what you started with. It almost feels like with the Five of Pentacles reversed here, that your biggest fear is being abandoned by something that you really, really want, and something else could be jeopardized by you moving towards this. But what I see with that card being reversed is that this is almost an unwarranted fear. It doesn't relate to this situation. It relates to an underlying fear of how you see yourself. And I'm really sorry to call you out like this, but it is a perception of your thinking. With the Queen of Swords and the Five of Pentacles reversed, I feel like you will always be in this situation of feeling like you're in the cold, like you're potentially not worthy enough, like you're potentially going to be rejected before you've even tried, for as long as you allow yourself to think like that. Honestly, Group 2, what you need to know and what you are missing is that you are incredibly powerful. Your thoughts are constantly creating your reality. As soon as you allow yourself to entertain the idea that you are not worthy of your dreams, then you have put a massive roadblock in front of you. As soon as you allow yourself to entertain the idea that you aren't able to achieve your state of happiness that you deserve, then you're putting a massive roadblock in front of you. It feels like there's a lot of feelings here that are confused by you not getting direct and clear information from the source. Let's see what the, goodness me, what is this deck called? Deck of Character. Let's see what they can tell us about this as well. Okay. For my group twos, what else do they need to hear about this situation? What are they missing? That fell right in my lap. We have the meadow coming out for you. I don't know how I want to take that. We have dancing shoes. That's exciting. What else? What else? We have the womb gestating. Okay, we're growing. We're glowing, apparently. We're glowing. Group two, please, Spirit. What are they missing about this situation? We have the river. The river. I'm just around the river bend. I look once more. Pocahontas. Wow, okay. Shout out to my other Indigenous people in this world. I got to say that quickly. Group two, please, Spirit. What are they missing here in this equation? What is group two missing in this equation? We have a character, which is a unicorn. You are so special. Oh, my days. I'm so excited for you. I just hope that you can find that spark, that zest that you deserve. All right, so bottom deck energy is circus. I'm hearing not my circus. It's time to get out of the tent. It's not your circus. And this is about your thought process. I really feel like we need to end this cycle of believing that we can't achieve what we deserve, of allowing ourselves to settle for something less than we deserve. You do deserve to be happy. And if people genuinely care about you and love you, they're going to accept the actions that you've taken towards your happiness. As confusing as it may be initially, that is an ego response. They will settle into their feelings of love, which is unconditional, which is spiritual, and they will accept the actions that you've taken towards your love. With the meadow coming out for you, Spirit is saying that this situation is about perception. I kind of do feel that you have this peace, you have this tranquility, this opportunity to have this almost like, I'm seeing it as the meadow in Twilight, where it's like this place that existed at the start of the book and we're reflecting on it almost as like, oh, okay, it would be nice to go back there one day. It feels like you're putting this off and telling yourself like one day, one day, one day. Spirit is saying like that day is today. One day will never come as long as we continue saying that. And that's a difficult thing to hear, but it's the truth, group two. One day will never come if we keep saying that. I really do feel like we need to make practical steps towards this goal of ours so that we can really embrace this opportunity. The dancing shoes here is telling me that for some of you, this is about raising your vibration to believe in this again. You have this within you. You are a powerful manifester, and I feel that at one point in your life you were able to prove this about yourself. You know this about yourself. It's about reminding this and raising your vibration naturally so that you're not forcing yourself to be happy, but actually doing things that will make you happy. So for some of you, that is going out dancing. It's meeting up with a fun, lighthearted group of friends. It's about finding a healthy way to express yourself and to reconnect with your inner child, raising your vibration genuinely. Don't force yourself to be happy. Genuinely do what is going to make you happy. With the river here reversed, I hear that still waters run deep. There is so much more to this situation that is untapped because we have been floating on the surface here. There is so much more to be revealed, and once we allow the momentum to pick up, we will receive more confirmation that we're on the right path, but we need to meet the universe halfway here. We can't sit still and expect momentum to come to us. We have to get the ball rolling on our side as well. The unique unicorn is coming out to remind you that you are powerful, you are unique, you are worthy, and even though this situation may be very isolating, it feels like some of you struggle to connect with people about this. You don't have a lot of people you can talk to about this. This situation has happened to you for a reason. This is something that could lead to something very special, something that a lot of people wish they could have. You're a dreamer for a reason, group two. I'm always saying this lately. I don't know why. I feel like a lot of people need to hear this, but we need more dreamers on this earth. We need people who get lost in fantasies because our thoughts create our reality. The difference between a dream and a genuine, our reality is our actions in between, bridging the gap here. And that's what Spirit is saying, is believe. This isn't impossible. Believe with the unicorn. Now with the fire here, I do feel like I'm hearing We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel. That's interesting. It was burning brighter. Yeah, so this is something that was almost meant to happen. You were meant to feel uncomfortable. You were meant to feel like you can't continue doing what you've been doing. You were meant to feel frustrated. You were meant to feel this inside you because you weren't meant to be where you're at right now. I'm hearing that for many of you, you've settled and you're trying to like be this tall poppy in a field of daisies. And it's really time to transplant yourself and find your other poppies. You weren't meant to settle amongst the daisies. You are more than that. You deserve more than that. This cycle is supposed to end for a reason. There is so much more abundance on the other side with the womb here. This is gestating for you as we speak. This is growing for you as you speak. And I'm hearing that this opportunity is protected. So I really feel like this situation is unfolding for your highest good and for the highest good of all. This situation is being divinely guided, divinely protected. You may need to hear that. As difficult as the temporary interim may be, especially if you feel you need to cause pain temporarily, it is going to be temporary. It will heal into something that is beneficial for everyone's highest good. So in closing, I just want to get some charms. What else does group 2 need to know about this situation, please? Oh my days. Okay. Wow. Oh, this is exciting. Oh my days. Y'all got a lot of charms. Okay, so they're supposed to be down there. That makes sense. All right. I'm just going to get a quick drip. What am I saying? A quick sip of my tea. Okay, interesting. I want to start up here. With the jade and the locket, group 2, I can see that this is a matter of your heart. This is a matter of you trying to figure out what the best thing is. And I see that you have been keeping this situation under wraps. You don't talk to a lot of people, if anybody, about this with the locket. This is something very personal, something very private, something very special. And it's something you keep close to your heart. You've been seeking clarity around this situation for a while. And when it gets too confusing, you suppress it. You pretend the feelings aren't there. You pretend that this frustration isn't there, and potentially you distract yourself as well, because I did see the beer bottle, but it didn't come out. So I do feel like this is a situation that has been brewing under your surface for quite some time. I feel with the ring symbol coming out next to the womb that there is an element of protection here. This has been a cycle, and potentially you've been going around in circles because no new action has been taken. The same actions produce the same results, but you are protected here. And this is about doing what is best for you, because what is best for you is what's best for the collective energy. Now, this movement charm is interesting. Travel or London could be specific to one of you. A bus could be specific to one of you, but that is my travel charm. So Spirit is almost encouraging you to travel outside of a comfort zone here. And there's this energy of traveling towards your dreams, because it landed on the aventurine with the Neptune energy, and that card was talking about knowing your truth as well, and really settling into your truth, gaining inspiration from your dreams take It feels like you're traveling towards something that maybe at one point in time it did seem impossible, but you're going to receive clarity the more you take action towards it. It's like that energy of like, you know how I don't know if you've ever done this, I love doing this. You take a leap of faith and you say to the universe, all right, universe, I'll meet you halfway. I'm going to do this, but please give me a sign that this was the right decision to make. And I've done this throughout my whole adult life. And that is what is going to happen to you. You take that leap of faith, group 2, and you are going to receive confirmation throughout the journey that this was definitely the right decision for you to make. It isn't going to be a complete stab in the dark. That first step is the scariest for you. The rest of it is going to be entirely supported, entirely confirming, and it's just going to be up and up and up and up from there. Now over here with the 10 of Swords, we have the nostalgia charm. Is this energy of thinking about the past, really weighing yourself down with feelings of regret and betrayal attributed to your past. I see that this for many of you is a matter of your heart. There is potentially expressive energy here as well. That charm for me does represent sexual energy. So this could be a feeling of regret or betrayal towards some sort of passion that is stirring within you. But I do feel like most of this is because you're focusing on what could have, would have, should have happened in the past, rather than what you can do right here in the present. With the meadow over here, we have another ring, which tells me that this situation is mutual for you guys. You need to know, with 2 rings coming out, you are mirroring someone's energy. So I do feel that for some of you that were concerned about non-reciprocated energy, you do have a new opportunity here waiting for you to get out of this difficult cycle. And it does feel like these 2 rings are confirming that that energy is mirrored, like you're mutual, the feelings are mutual. Now with the snake charm following the meadow, I see that you're almost telling yourself you can't have this state of peace. You can't have this meadow opportunity, this living in a fantasy land of everything is going to be okay. And that is a harmful way of thinking. It's creating blockages that aren't helpful to your overall goals. Spirit is saying you need to be more selfish here. You deserve your meadow moment. You deserve your fun in the sun. It really feels like you're being called to change the way that you see the word selfish, because you're looking at this negatively. You're looking at this from a negatively geared perspective. I'm really messing up my words here, but it does feel like it's about changing that inner narrative and recognizing when being selfish is actually for your highest good. Now with the dancing shoes, I see the precious charm, which is also purple. So I really feel like it's necessarily, it's not necessarily just trying to always find a higher meaning in everything. I feel like with the dancing shoes, it's really just about connecting with your inner child. Like, I know that you're on this spiritual journey, whether you know that or not. You are ascending and aligning with your soul tribe and who is meant to be in your life to support you in your soul's journey, which means leaving people behind who also need to do the same as you, because you two have maxed out each other's soul contract. It's time to find your next soul to be in contract with. It does feel with this ace, not this ace, why did I say, I was going to say Ace of Pentacles. What I was going to say is that charm is asking for you to connect with your inner child to help you connect with your true meaning of purpose, which kind of aligns with the Ace of Pentacles, I guess. But it's not about sort of seeking a higher meaning in every activity, in every situation, in every conversation. It's about simply connecting with your inner child and allowing your inner child to connect with others. And that is the higher purpose here. You are a spirit having a human experience, and you're here to get closer to love. And what love is greater than that unconditional love that we have when we're born as a child? Now down here by the river, that sounds like a story. Is that a movie? Down by the river? Down, oh my God, I need to stop. We don't have a lot of time for this. Down here, oh my God, let me just get a drink of tea. I need to stop myself from laughing at that. Down here by the river, we have the amethyst crystal, which is telling me that still waters run deep. There's a lot below the surface that you don't see because you've been floating on the surface for so long. It's really about taking that leap of faith here and trusting that you're going to align when you're ready to. I'm seeing that there is a reason why you're stuck on this, okay? For many of you, this has been something plaguing your thoughts for a very long time. There is a reason why you can't let it go. You are meant to take action. And I feel that this leads to sturdy results with this rock coming out. It feels like it's a very solid, stable thing. You just got to meet the universe halfway here. So group 2, that is where I'm going to leave the first part of your reading. In your extended, I want to clarify the feelings. I want to ask exactly what is going on the other side here. If you're concerned about how you'll be received, this cross desires energy, if you have a person in mind, a situation in mind, we're going to ask about the outcome. We're going to say, what is the outcome from all of this? If you do have a specific person in mind, we're going to ask how they see this situation, how they see you, how they feel about you, whether this is romantic, platonic, a job opportunity, a potential employer. We're going to ask how they see you, how they feel about you. And then to close your extended reading, I'm going to get more messages from oracle decks, and we're just going to get any last informative advice that we can. So that is going to be in the extended. Patreon link is down below. If this is where you are leaving us, sending you so much love and light. Thank you so much for checking in with me. I appreciate these energetic exchanges. Whether you're a fly on the wall that doesn't comment or like, I still value this energy that you offer our community. So thank you so much. I hope this reading offered you clarity. Don't force it to fit. Just take what resonates, don't let the rest take from you, and I shall see you in another video. Bye group 2. Hi group 3, and welcome. If you chose the Labradorite crystal, I think this was probably the side that a lot of you guys chose, potentially. Look how reflective that is. Oh my lord. Oh my days, should I say. It's so lovely. This is the newest in my collection, so I'm a little bit fond of it. Group 3. Today, we are asking Spirit, what are you missing here? So I really did ask you in the intro to please consider a situation that you're feeling stuck in. This is going to be the reading that will hopefully help you navigate your way through this feeling of being stuck. Now we're going to ask you what information you're missing, what do you need to know. The last 2 groups were very interesting, so I'm keen to see what happens with you and group 4. There will also be a extended to this reading on Patreon. It's different based upon what messages come through for each of the groups, so we're just going to see at the end where we may need to clarify and extend this reading further. So starting with the Gem Oracle cards. For group 3, please, Spirit, what are they missing here? What information do they need to know or hear most? Oh, okay, we have Hematite coming out. I thought that was Hermitite. I might be wrong. Hematite. Saturn, the number 6, Earth energy, which kind of tells me this is more linked to Capricorn then, and the root chakra, creation. I feel like this has something to do with abundance and prosperity, but we'll see. Turquoise, 32, we have the moon, and we have the throat chakra. You know what? Every time this card comes out, I just look at that yoga pose and I think, yes, that is how I want to be. Like, this card brings me so much peace, and it really represents an energy of needing to ground yourself and offer yourself a still, quiet moment to gain your clarity. There is this feeling of deciphering your thoughts clearly with the throat chakra and the moon energy here. It's almost like we need to really think about how we feel here. And it's not to the point where we're overanalyzing, it's just allowing this situation to feel. Sometimes giving ourselves a safe place to feel and to better understand how we're feeling by simply allowing ourselves to feel. Let's see what your other card is. Unikite. I need to buy myself some of this. Unikite, the number 9, Pluto. We have the root chakra again, and a push-up. That's definitely not what the pose is called, but it kind of looks like a push-up. Anyway, fire, water, and earth. That's interesting. I was hoping this would be air, but it's earth again. You have Tiger's Eye, the number 10, Jupiter's Blessing with the third eye chakra. So interesting. My group 3s, what I want to say for you is that straight off the cuff, I can see you're going through a period of transformation. I can see that your hardship is short-lived, mostly because you're starting from the ground up. So you're having a lot of trust in this process. You have faith that you're making the right decisions, and I see your faith being rewarded. I see the effort you're putting into this honestly paying off, and I'm kind of feeling like you're feeling your way through the dark here. I keep closing my eyes and using my hands, so I kind of feel like this is either something you haven't done before, it's very new, there's a lot of excitement here, there's a lot of potential. I want to say there's a lot of passion. If this is a relationship, damn, I'm hearing, come on baby, light my fire. But regardless, there's a lot of blessings in this situation, group 3. There's a lot of like, we can do this, I'm going to do this, I can get through this. I just heard that you can do it, put your back into it. Oh my lord, Ice Cube, no, this isn't that kind of reading. Okay, so if this is a person, there's a lot of sexual energy there, okay? Wow, let's keep going. I'm going to start with messages from this book. It may sound monotonous, but I find the messages to be super helpful, so I'm definitely going to share them with you. Starting with the Hematite over here, number 6. Let's see what the booklet has to say. Now we know that this is an earth sign. It's linked to Saturn and Muladhara, which is your root chakra. The message is, in this time of our life, we have an extreme need for order and cleanliness. This need comes from our inner self, but reflects the external as well, and involves our daily life, our dwelling, the way we present ourselves to others. We appear serious and trustworthy because that is the way we feel. This is not a moment for frivolity and superficiality. Wow, you're like cut through the bull crap. I don't want anything that is going to dampen the straight and narrow path that I'm on. I honestly feel, group 3, that for you, it feels like you're getting your stuff together. I don't really want to swear too much in this video, but you're getting a lot of affairs in order. It kind of feels like you're wanting to make a really good, solid impression. I don't know if this is for someone else, but it feels like it's honest because you're doing it for yourself. And in turn, it is how others see you as well. Let's move over to the number 9 crystal. That is the Untitled. We know that it's linked to fire based on the imagery. It's very passionate. You can do it, put your back into it energy. Thank you, Ice Cube, for that profound message. It's also linked to Pluto, which was giving me the transformation energy, and Muladhara again, your root chakra. The message is, in all moments of our lives, we need to remember that we are the product of many aspects and we should value all of them without neglecting any one of them. Untitled is useful for balancing the mind, the heart, and the body. To be truly happy, we need to be aware that every aspect of ourselves is sacred and equally important. This is incredible. You're leveling up. I feel like many of you are learning to love parts of yourself that you feared before. Many of you are confronting a fear head on. You're learning that your weaknesses are actually some of your biggest strengths. And that is such a powerful journey in the development of being a human being, as well as in the spiritual realm. It is such a powerful awakening to see your weaknesses as strengths. Speaking of strengths, let's go to the tiger's eye. Earth, Jupiter, Ajna, your third eye is the chakra. The message: no man is an island. We all find ourselves in a complex and multiform reality, and to live well and bring positive changes to the environment, we must cooperate pacifically with others, like as in it pacifying, with others, helping them, understanding them, and correcting them where they make mistakes. The tiger's eye helps us to be accurate and far-seeing. It gives us idealism and love of humanity to add to our actions. This is incredible. They're almost encouraging you to extend yourself to your community. They're asking for you to cooperate with someone here, to work with someone here, to achieve a common goal. It's also asking for you to step out of some period of potentially isolation that you've been in. No man is an island is really standing out to me. Using others to get what you want in a good way, like not in a narcissistic, sociopathic way, but like genuinely helping and working with others to get what you want. And finally, moving back to your turquoise, which is the last card in this deck. We got the moon, water, Vishuddha, and I think that's the number 32, yes. The message is, the search for balance between our male and female parts is an important stimulus for our personal evolution. At this time, we see ourselves as unique, complex, and harmonious. Emotions and reason collaborate. Our rational side helps give shape to the images of our fantasy, which are constructive and idealistic at the same time. That's incredible. You are creating something that has required you to overcome a lot of fear. It feels like in order to get to this level of creation, this level of confidence, you've had to appreciate your obstacles and you've had to really look at things from two sides. It's almost like you've had to balance your fear and your passion here. You've had to balance your logical mind with your fantastical, idealistic mind. You've had to really embrace a fantasy as a practical dream. You've had to be both action-orientated and passively, intuitively aware as well. It's really incredible. You have big energy, group 3. Massive energy. It's actually a lot is going on in my head and I feel like a little bit lightheaded, but we're going to continue with the tarot to see what are you missing in this situation. Group 3, please, Spirit. Oh, my heart. This card, we have the devil coming out for you first. So we got Capricorn's energy out here strong with all this earth energy. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, that might be the passion. Oh my God, okay. Group 3, what are they missing here? What are they missing? The Knight of Cups, excuse me. The Knight of Cups, too shy to show itself the first time. So this could be a do-over situation for many of you. Learning from your past to not make the same mistakes in the future. Group 3, please, Spirit. We have the Page of Wands, excitement. You guys are so passionate. That is my self-serving energy card as well. So if you resonate with the sexual message, I see a lot of explore yourself energy, okay? Let it out. Let it out. You're feeling it for a reason. Express it healthily. Group 3, please, Spirit. What are they missing here? Your passion is trying to tell you something, 100%. Your passion is really trying to tell you something. You're attracted to something for a reason. What am I seeing? The King of Pentacles. I was going to say the Knight. The Knight of Pentacles is in the reverse. Ooh, and moving everybody out the way. There's a possessive energy around this Knight. It's like mine, I've found it, back off. Which is really bizarre because this is all in your energy. It's very like, did you see the way the card came out and just went zoot? Oh my lord. Mine back off. Okay, group 3. What are they missing about this situation, Spirit? What are they missing? We have the Lover's card in my hands, reversed. I don't think I want to take any of those because that's way too many messages. Just one card, please, unless it is absolutely necessary. Group 1, please, Spirit. What are they missing in this situation? Oh, the 4 of Cups. And they're showing me the Ace of Swords as well as the Hanged One reversed and the Hierophant and the Knight of Wands. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it as this. We have the Chariot at the back, and interestingly enough, we have the Fool beneath the Chariot. So this is interesting. I kind of just want to ground myself real quick. Where's the... I might steal Group 2's Amethyst because my head is getting lightheaded, and I feel this dream becoming very exciting, but also like I feel delusional. So I just need to ground myself and see through this. What are you missing about this situation? First of all, your passion is trying to tell you something, 100%. If you've been feeling frisky lately, if you've been feeling a little motivated lately, this is good energy. It just needs to be channeled appropriately, which is why Spirit's saying explore yourself. Don't deny yourself your feelings. With the Devil coming out first, this situation feels... I don't know, there's something here that's exciting, but the Devil is a card that talks about structure and feeling bound to something and almost needing to work within the parameters of something as well. And for that to come out upright and to have the Lover's card reversed, it's almost like I'm hearing a wrong choice and a right choice, which is an interesting way of putting it. I don't think that's the best way to say it though. My gosh, I need to make sure I'm doing this right because I don't want to steer you from your fiery path. Let us clarify it immediately because I feel like the Devil isn't a bad energy in your reading. I think it's a passionate, excitable energy that reflects the the sexual energy for a lot of you, and accompanied by the Knight of Cups. It feels shy, it feels timid, but it also feels like it's needing the confidence of the Devil to get it going. Like, I feel like if there wasn't this passion, if there wasn't this desire, you would be too shy to make this happen. And I feel that with the Page of Wands here, there's a lack of experience that leaves you concerned over whether you're going to be able to pull this off. I feel like you're very possessive towards whatever this is. If it's a person or a goal, you're really protective with that Knight of Pentacles. It's like mine or no one's. There is also a feeling of needing to do things potentially the right way and being afraid of starting something that you can't finish. I want to say with the Lover's card reversed, there does seem to be a wrong choice and being worried about being bored. So it's a lot, you guys, especially with the Four of Cups ending it and the Chariot reversed. It's almost like the only thing stopping you is a fear over feelings. I don't know if that applies, but a fear over feelings. Because my Chariot card, the light is fear. The dark, the black color of the Sphinx is fear. The lighter white color of the Sphinx is like following your light, following your feelings. So I kind of feel like what's standing in the way here is the fear that unfortunately is still there. The only reason we have passion is because of the Devil's presence. But there's this energy of, if you're going to do this, Group 3, do it right. Because what you're missing here is the fact that whatever you feel passionate about right now, it has long-term really big potential. And I don't mean to dampen this, but just make sure that whatever actions you take towards this, you do it with the intention of doing it right. Because I think that you have every potential here to accidentally fully embody the Devil's energy and do something that is going to lead to you feeling like you missed out on something better. Like, it kind of feels like, oh my days, I heard follow your heart, not your dick. So that's interesting. I kind of feel, listen, Your passion is trying to tell you something, but there are deeper feelings beneath that as well. Your passion is definitely trying to steer you towards something, but it needs to be followed up with the Knight of Cups. You can't just come in and stay in with the Devil's energy cloaking you. You're not going to achieve success like this. It's good to use that as a way forward to gain that confidence, but you need to also embody this Knight of Cups chivalryness. There's almost this energy of like, taking a softer, more personable approach. And I kind of feel like this may put you out of your depths because it may be something that you lack experience with for the Page of Wands to show up, but it is important for your sake. I'm not talking about anybody else here. This is for you so that you can have the best outcome in this situation. It is really important that you do this right so that you don't miss out on something big here, because I do see a new opportunity, but I see you unfortunately getting your wires crossed because you come in with guns blazing. And yes, that's a wonderful way to get you out of this island that you've been stuck on, but it's also about following through with honest actions and doing things the right way for you so that you can get the best thing out of this situation. So group 3, please, Spirit. Now that we've sort of cleared all of that up, is there anything else that they need to know with the tarot? Can I go through and just clarify these cards? Is there anything else that they need to know with the tarot? We have the Emperor. Do you want me to take all of these? Okay. Bottom deck energy is the Hierophant. Yes, long-term success. I also see you gaining more wisdom and leveling up because of this experience. You have a lot of major arcana in your spread thus far, so I kind of feel like this has a lot to do with you evolving as a person, like you and understanding yourself better. There does seem to be somebody else involved, but I don't think it's about them entirely. I think this is about you making sure that you can get the best out of this situation. And yes, use your passion to help you get there. But once you get there, make sure you're being true to your heart as well and doing what is best for you moving forward. Because I feel like the passion is something that leads you to this role, but it has so much more long-term potential that needs to be realized. And I think the only way of getting there is to slip back into this Knight of Cups energy. Even if you're inexperienced, you do have a lot of potential here to make this into something that is going to like, whew, feel so right. With the Emperor here, Spirit is saying that yes, you are meant to be fiery, you're meant to be passionate, you're meant to be, for some of you, sexually frustrated. You are meant to be like this because it's all motivating you towards taking action where you need to take action. That card for me is also confirming that you are where you are meant to be. The Devil's energy isn't a type of energy you want to stay in forever, but it is a very persuasive energy, and sometimes it's the only energy that's going to take us out of our hermit mode. It's the only energy that's going to help us switch lanes. We don't want to stay there forever because it's fickle. It's only like skin deep. It doesn't offer long-term fulfillment, but it could lead to long-term fulfillment for you. And with the Emperor clarifying that energy, that kind of makes sense. It's you asserting yourself over a situation that you have felt stuck in for very, very long. It's you gaining control and power back. With the Three of Pentacles reversed, I see it's about working with the right people, which makes sense. Not every 2 cents is worth investing in, and in this case, not everybody needs to know what you're up to. The Three of Pentacles reversed is saying keep your circle small. When it comes to this endeavor, I do see success, but it is about involving the right people. Potentially not everybody else knows, but if it is helpful for your journey, Spirit did say with the Tiger's Eye to involve the right people in order to achieve the outcome you want. The Six of Cups is telling me this could be a childhood friend. It could be someone you've known for a long time. It could involve a soulmate, this situation. I see a kindred energy here, though, a mutual respect, mutual understanding. I see this ability to be best friends here. It does feel like this could be a love situation. So this could be like a wingman who helps you get what you want. I don't know, but it does involve a soulmate helping you in this journey. But the Six of Cups is kind of saying that like they've got your back. Like whoever you were thinking of collaborating with, they've got your back. Now, the Death card is coming out, so that tells me that a situation is being resurrected. I feel like it's being reborn. We definitely have to end something first. We're in a period of transformation, group 3. We're transforming something about our lives, and in order to do that, we do have to set an ending here with the Death card. We have to allow what no longer serves us to finish finish, in order for us to fully let the next opportunity grow. So for some of you, it's about cleansing yourself physically. Like you may have let go of someone recently, you may have broken up or something. I'm getting like you're back on the scene. So do something that makes you feel good about yourself, that fully embodies this transformation progress. I'm almost seeing like some of you dyeing your hair. Oh, I can relate. My hair has been every color of the rainbow in my life. But you know, just these little things that give us that confidence. Like you are in such dangerous energy. I am just like, who is at the end of this? Because they have no idea what is about to hit them. You are going to be irresistible is the energy that I'm getting. So maintain that fire, but make sure like you're doing what you can to secure long-term success. The Five of Swords reversed is telling me that this situation does not need to involve everybody. Again, it is about choosing an outcome that is most favorable for yourself when it comes to your happiness. I do see that regardless of what you do here, someone is going to lose, but I see that it doesn't need to impact your journey moving forward. Like it is something that this is an outcome where you have to make a decision. Yes, someone is going to lose regardless, so the least you can do is make yourself happy in this equation. With the Four of Wands reversed, it could pertain to you getting out of the house more. This situation could involve you just needing to be more active. With the Four of Wands reversed, I kind of feel like we got to switch up that routine a little bit. We got to like not go home immediately after work. Take the long drive home. Stop by that park that you've always wanted to. Take the bus and get off the stop early and just walk a little bit extra. Do something spontaneous. Spirit is encouraging you to stay in this fiery, spontaneous energy of allowing opportunity to find you, because I feel like this is all about boosting your confidence and boosting your trust, and also just keeping that zest for life that you seem to have right now. The Ten of Cups is here reversed to give us that warning about our wishes, and yes, the Devil's energy is helpful, but we don't want to stay in that energy. We want to have the confidence, but we don't want to have the repercussions. So before you do something you're going to regret, take your foot off the pedal, switch vehicles, get on top of the Knight of Cups horse and offer something that is going to give you long-term success. So moving forward, I think, where do I want to go to from here, Spirit? What are you missing? What else do I need to add to this? Do I need to add anything? Potentially not. I think I'm going to go over to the extended now, group 3. Oh, hi, sir. He just woke up for the third time and forgot that it's not 5 o'clock yet. I think what I'm going to do now, group 3, I don't know. I feel like I need to get you one more card, but I don't know if I should. I know that sounds terrible. Okay, well, really quickly, what else do you need to know about the situation? What are you missing here? What are you missing? Perseverance. Spirit saying don't give up. Okay. Oopsie daisy. Courage. Yes, you are meant to be courageous. You are meant to be confident. You are meant to have persuasive tendencies. Whatever you are working towards, whether it's a person, a job opportunity, I don't even know. Listen, this person, this situation is not going to be able to say no. You are so attractive. You are so irresistibly what they want. So tempting is what I'm hearing. You're so tempting. Group 3, please, Spirit. What do they need to know about the situation? Yeah, it could lead to commitment if you want it to. It is up to you. I see that you need to be in this fiery energy. You're meant to feel this much passion and frustration because it leads to something long term, and just have fun along the way. Spirit's saying enjoy it. Oh my Lord, you're going to have so much fun. That Devil's energy is just too much in all of the best ways. Temptation galore. I think I'm going to leave it there, group 3. That's all I can tell you about this. I'm going to go into the extended now. What I've been doing in the extended is I'm getting an outcome for you. I want to see where this leads. I want to get an outcome. What is on the other side of this energy? Oh my Lord. I almost get like, you ain't seen nothing yet. Doom, doom, baby, you just ain't seen nothing yet. Like, I don't know who is on the other side of this energy, but Lord, they are going to be blessed and cursed at the same time by your presence in the best of ways. So we're going to look at the outcome, and I think what I also want to do for you is I want to see how this opportunity sees you, because for many of you it could be a person. So I'm going to get channeled messages if that applies, and then I also just want to get more advice cards, more oracle cards. We're going to see if there's any other advice they can offer you about this situation. But thank you so much for joining me, Group 3. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was as fun for you as it was for me. Listen, no judgment. I love this. I am a massive, naturally I'm a Capricorn. I am a massive fan of tapping into this elusive energy. If it helps you get to where you've got to go, as long as it's not hurting anybody, you're not hurting yourself, you're having fun, and it is leading to something more, then do you, Group 3. If you're joining me in the extended, be sure to click the Patreon link down below if this is where you're leaving us. Thank you so much for tapping in. I really appreciate your energetic support, and I shall see you in another video. Bye! Hi, Group 4, and welcome. If you chose this incredible rock, listen, it's a little bit red, it's a little bit brown, it's incredibly special. That's all I can really tell you about it. I don't even remember where I got it from, and certain parts of it have nail polish on it as well from my little sister. So this is a dear specimen to me. It has very sentimental value as well as energetic value. So if you chose that incredible piece of this earth, then this is going to be your reading. So Group 4, today we're asking Spirit, what are you missing here? What do you need to know? What else from this equation, what information will help you? So I really do hope that you took a bit of time to clearly think about a situation, because from my end, this is going to be a very general message. I will be pulling charms at the end to get a little bit more specific, but it's really important that you come to this reading with an intention of a situation that you need clarity on. So what are you missing in this situation, please, Spirit? What is Group 4 missing? Ooh. What is Group 4 missing in this situation? I don't know if I'm hearing close or closer. Close or closer. What is Group 4 missing in this situation, Spirit? We have Jade. You are the third group that this card has come out for. Heart Chakra, 24, Venus. And we also have the Tiger's Eye, Aries, 17, and ooh, Sacral Chakra. Okay, the Passion. Bottom deck energy is Malachite, Jupiter, 26, and more Sacral Chakra energy. So I'm going to put that there and we'll jump over here. I am going to be reading messages from this crystals book. Is that what I want to say? From the book. But first of all, I'm just going to do an intuitive read and we'll see what I'm picking up on with these. I've got incense burning too, but it always comes straight to my throat, which is very not pleasant. All right, so looking at Jade, the Red Tiger's Eye, and Malachite, what you're missing about this situation is there is an element of this being close. I want to say it's somewhat blessed, but it's more than that. It feels like this is turning, like your luck here is turning. With the Sacral Chakra here, there is an energy of expression and creativity. It could be that you are very close to creating something, or something that you have been working towards when it comes to your creative expression or your passionate expression is very close to being achieved. Aries and Jupiter is giving me a lot of passion here, but it's interesting that Malachite is associated with earth energy rather than fire. So I kind of feel like there's something about this that is grounding for you guys. And Jade coming out the third time today, one way or another, is kind of confirming that this situation is going to take a heartfelt turn. There's an energy here of sentimental value as well as like knowing your worth. I'm going to get the messages as well, but if I just quickly talk about the numbers on this card, on these cards, Jade being number 24 tells me that a clear plan forward, making clear choices, having a clear decision will lead to stability, harmony, and resolution. With the Red Tiger's Eye, the number 17 is telling me that a new opportunity could lead to new circumstances. Things aligning fairly quickly is what I feel, but the 7 is telling me that there may be some sort of change of direction or a challenge in, I don't see it as a challenge in a bad way. I almost see it as like things aligning. Like I'm seeing the 7 chakras. So I feel like a new opportunity could lead to some sort of alignment, some sort of movement forward. With the number 26, again, there's that 2 indicating a choice or clear decision making, clear plans leading to a sense of, with 6, it's more balanced, but it's almost reciprocation. Like I feel this not only being harmonious, as in the 4, stable, it almost feels responsive is the word that I'm getting. So for some of you, you need to know that being really clear is what you are missing here. I feel like it's about really, really clearing your way forward, staying focused, keeping your eye on the prize is what they're saying, so that we can finally get to that checkpoint. I'm going to read the messages from the book now to see what they have to add. If we start with Jade over here, we know that that's water in terms of the element associated with that gemstone. We've got Venus on that card, and we also have the heart chakra. So the message is, following periods of stress or shock, both physical and psychic, we must give ourselves time to recover. A period of rest has presented itself to us, though we must not take this as forced inactivity. Idleness is in fact a precious companion for rediscovering ourselves. Immersed in silence, we can finally listen to the sounds of soul. So I kind of feel like potentially this period of rest could be ending. If you're in it right now, enjoy it while it lasts, because the red tiger's eye is a completely different energy to that. Let's go over to the red tiger's eye now. So we have fire, Aries, and Svadhisthana, your sacral chakra. The message is, fortune arrives in our lives, and it is not simply by chance, but from our optimistic and positive attitude. We are smiling and courageous, and we attract people and situations in harmony with our energies. That's that chakra energy I was feeling. In harmony with our energies, 7 alignments. We are never aggressive, but our personality is nevertheless strong because of our particular charisma. So I feel like whatever passion you have, it is going to be reciprocated, whether this is towards a person, a situation. This newfound optimism, or this newfound sense of direction and sense of purpose, is leading to you attracting the right energies. It really feels like Spirit is trying to encourage this energy. So do what you can right now to maintain that level of optimism, even if it means you take days off. You give yourself a little bit longer to wake up in the morning, or you be patient with yourself when you're trying to fall asleep at night. There's this energy of like you're in a period of rest that is going to end soon, because something is coming towards you. If we jump over to the Malachite there, we have Earth, the number 26, Jupiter, and your sacral chakra again, Svadhisthana. Anyway, the message is, although we live daily in a tranquil and routine manner, each moment seems to be intense and adventurous. The difference comes from our perspective on things, which at this time is full of surprise and amazement. It almost feels like we've gone back to being a child when everything was a discovery and a joy. So that's actually really beautiful. What those cards are saying, group 4, is that you have this beautiful air around you, and I feel like what you're missing is that you are doing everything right. Like, you aren't supposed to be roasted in this reading. You are meant to be pat on the back and praised for the action and attention that you're giving to your life. I feel like you're really on the right path to something quite beautiful, and you're attracting the right people, the right situations, the right outcomes into your life because of the energy that you currently have. Spirit is really just patting you on the back right now and telling you that everything is coming together. We have the Page of Wands coming out for you first. Group 4, please, Spirit, what are they missing? What information do they need to know? We have the Knight of Wands coming out now, reversed. So 2 Wands court cards, both reversed. We have the High Priestess coming out now as well. What is group 4 missing in this situation, Spirit? We have the Page of Cups. Oh my days, we have a lot of people out here. Okay. Group 4, what are they missing in this situation, please, Spirit? Oh, I think they want me to take that as well. Do you? Okay, well, one more card, please. I feel like, yeah, you're coming out of a challenging situation. Spirit is really wanting to pat you on the back. Group 4, you've done really well with your progress, and I feel like this has been a journey that potentially you've carried on yourself. Like, there's an energy here of independence and secrecy. So some of you may have been working on a passionate or creative goal in secrecy. You may be working towards something without a heck of a lot of help, and they keep showing me the Queen of Pentacles. So it could lead to long-term stability. It could be a relationship. It could mean you're building some sort of business or family or some kind of thing that has to do with more of an intrinsic value. Bottom deck energy, though, is the Eight of Swords. So I feel like we're just here to get confirmation. I feel like we're just here to really remind ourselves where we're at and how we're going progress-wise. Honestly, your energy, even if you feel like you have your doubts or you have your down days or you have your moments where you're not feeling 100%, Spirit is really wanting to pat you on the back, Group 4, because you are doing really well. Now, I do need to highlight the fact that we have a lot of people out here. We have two younger energies and a slightly immature energy here with the Knight of Wands. Now, these could be people you know, or it could be people impacted in this situation. It could be how you feel about yourself. But the Page of Wands over here reversed is an energy of feeling like you lack the experience to pursue a certain passionate endeavor. It's like you're feeling a sense of attraction towards this direction or this person, but you don't really have the experience to know how it's going to work step by step. There's a little bit of confidence issues here that are quite minor. This could also mean that you have people around you who are curious about what you're doing, but you're kind of distancing yourself from them as well because maybe they don't have a lot to offer you. With this Page of Wands, this could be someone who maybe, if you are a younger person, they could be a peer, or they could be like a child, like someone's kid or a younger cousin is what I feel for some of you. This is a youthful, sort of inexperienced energy, and I feel like this is almost the energy of you distancing yourself from people and circumstances who lack the experience or who just don't have the same passion that you do. It's almost like you're working on something creative secretly. With the Knight of Wands here, travel could potentially be a blockage in your current situation, but I also feel like there's just a build-up of momentum and energy here with these two fiery cards reversed. I feel like what happened in the past had to happen in order for you to align with your right direction. There is a feeling as though certain people or situations haven't been able to come into your life as easily as they potentially have in the past, and I feel that most of this, Group 4, is because you are attracting what is meant for you now. It's almost like we had to deter and put up temporary detours towards certain people, certain situations, certain energies, so that we could align more harmoniously with our true nature, and that is an internal process before it can be reflected externally. So I feel like some of you guys have been a bit antisocial lately, or just hard to sort of pin down and track. Communication with you seems to be difficult. You seem to be really keeping to yourself in that respect. In terms of this situation, I do see you getting through this final cycle, but it is all about realizing you're very close as well, and acknowledging how far you have come, period. With the High Priestess in the middle of your spread here, there is an energy of you kind of know this, like you're picking up on this in your energy. I feel like you're doing very, very well with your manifestation, and that this kind of amplifies that passive energy of resting until it is time to act. It's like Spirit does want you to know that you are exactly where you're meant to be, even if you don't feel like you're doing a lot. Even if you don't feel like you're making strides and leaps and bounds towards your goal, what you are doing right now is more than enough. And it's really just about keeping that internal temperance balanced so that it can be reflected in your external world, even if that means being still, taking a quiet weekend at home, canceling some of those plans with those people who take from your energy rather than give to your goals and your sense of purpose. It's this real energy of focusing on that internal temperance so that your external can change as well and can be balanced as well. Now, with the Page of Cups over here, this is another youthful energy. Could be a child, but it just kind of feels like this is someone who is wanting like playful communication from you. I feel like this situation could be leading to more playful communication. There was a lot of passion at the start that was potentially blocked, but I feel like this is so that more meaning can be put into conversations now. It's almost like you had to stew on this creative flair by yourself, whatever this fiery, tenacious energy is. I just heard tenacious D. Whatever that, I'm just trying to blow the smoke away. Whatever that fiery energy was, it's like you had to suppress it and keep it secret and work on it by yourself in order for you to present whatever this is in a more friendly, playful, light-hearted. I feel like this is still connecting, but it almost has more of a chance of being heard now because there is emotion there. We've had time to think about those passions. We've had time to cultivate somewhat of a plan around our hobby. I kind of feel like there will be some sort of message coming in your way, potentially a heart-to-heart conversation with this Page of Cups. This situation is pulling you towards an opportunity to talk about things from a more emotive perspective. Now, with this card over here, this is my You Are a Badass Being card. I keep it in this deck. It comes with the deck when you buy it. And when it comes out, it tells me that the person I'm reading for needs just a little bit of a confidence boost. Because I feel like with this card reversed, you're kind of losing a little bit of, like, you're almost just here for confirmation. Like, am I on the right path? Like, I'm starting to see some results. I'm starting to see some changes. But like, how close are we? And you are incredibly close, but Spirit with this card is reminding you that it's your internal energy that is dictating your external results. So it is really about trying to pull yourself alongside. If you need a bit more time to do that, if you need to just take a little bit of time out to do that, then do it, because now is the time to really just take that time out to meditate, release, rest, be still, quiet that mind, do what you can, because I do see a lot of action happening in the future. That card says, you are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. So I really do feel like this is about knowing that you're on your path to your best self, reminding yourself that you're on your path to your best self. You're doing the best you can with the information that you have. If you feel like you're missing information, know that it will find you when it is meant to, so that you can continue to do the best with the information that you have. But right now, right here, you are in the best position that you possibly can be with this High Priestess. You're not supposed to be doing more right now. You're supposed to be passive. You're supposed to be still. You're supposed to be stewing in this all-knowing energy. Now, with the Five of Wands over here, I feel like what you're missing is that this situation isn't going to be as challenging as you think. You're very close to resolving something, and I feel like a lot of these concerns could be about what other people are thinking, with it being the Five of Wands, or how people are going to receive this project or this situation once it comes to light. It's interesting that you have all these creative, passionate energies here with the Wands, but all the Wands cards are reversed. Spirit is saying that whatever conflict or challenge you are potentially preparing for may not even arise. It could be actually a very harmonious, very receptive energy waiting for you on the other side of this. I feel like you're very close to being able to receive some sort of recognition or some sort of gift from the universe, like a blessing, completion for some of you, but it does also feel like you're almost like preparing for war in the meantime. Like, you doing this makes you think that you have to defend yourself some way. I don't see you actually needing to do that. I see this being relatively easy. With the Five of Wands being reversed, it's like this conflict doesn't exist, or this challenge is easily overcome. It's almost like this isn't going to be as tricky as you've perceived it to be. Now, let me get some deck of character cards, and we'll see if there's anything else that you're missing, any other information you may need to know about this situation, please. This incense is blowing all over the world. I'm not mad, but I just wish it would go into the lounge room as well. That's where Kirk's smell is. That way, please. Thank you. All right, so group 4, please, Spirit. What else are they missing about this situation? What else do they need to know? Jail cell and guts. Oh, my Lord. Spirit saying, give yourself time to digest the information you already have, because you're not as stuck as you think you are. You're actually exactly where you need to be. Yeah, Spirit's saying you're doing so well. There's nothing else you can possibly do. We know you're devoted to this task, but you're literally, you can't be any more perfectly aligned than you currently are. Like, just be present is what they're saying. Be still, be present. Group 4, please, Spirit. What else do they need to know about this situation? What are they missing? We have wings, so you are being protected, you're being guided, you're being shown the way through this. So you are never alone in this process, group 4. And I feel like that is saying that there will be a sense of freedom in this as well. Like I almost get liberation vibes with the wings there. It feels like, yes, there's a sense of protection here, but there's also like you have wings. You're not as stuck as you think. Like you will be moving forward in divine timing, which I know is a difficult message, but that's literally what I'm getting. Group 4, please, Spirit. What else do they need to know about the situation? What are they missing? Spirit wants you to stretch. You may be feeling bored. That could be what it is too. Like a feeling of like, am I there yet? Like, come on. My energy is perfect. Where am I going? Spirit really wants you to stretch, like doing like hip flexes, and stretch your hamstrings apparently, and stretch your back, specifically your lower back if you can. We're being shown the drunken sailor, so offering yourself more opportunities to have fun and let loose. It doesn't have to be a regular thing, but a little bit here and there isn't bad. Too much of anything is bad for you, as they say. So even just a little bit of this here and there, to let your hair down and to really align with your optimistic inner child. We have Inferno here, so I do feel things burning. In fact, your situation is temporary with Inferno and the skull and crossbones. It feels like this is a death situation. Like there's a lot of fire. It isn't going to extinguish. It is going to break you out of the energies you're feeling stuck in, though. And that could be why all of these wands are suppressed and reversed, because this is still an internal process for you. It is very quickly going to be reflected in your external too, though. I feel with the red tiger's eye as well, like that card was all about being optimistic and having your external reality harmoniously balanced. So you could still be struggling to see those results. I feel like it is about tempering that internal energy in order to see the external results here, because the Inferno card is saying that things could be changing very quickly and we will be potentially ending some things very quickly, things that no longer serve us, that aren't in harmonious alignment with our true selves. What else does Group 4 need to know about this situation, please, Spirit? What else are they missing about this situation? Oh, hello. Oh, we have Demon. Yes, we're trying to protect ourselves from something. And we have Weirdo here. That's my favorite card. I love it when that comes out. So Weirdo is giving me a sense of you're an incredibly unique soul. You may be feeling really misunderstood by the people around you. It may be hard for you to connect with a lot of people. You could feel like you have certain parts to you that are weird, are strange, aren't, you know, what the population, the general population seems to be interested in. But you're never too weird to exist, in the sense of you vibrating with your authentic self will attract like-minded, authentic people. And I do think that as strange or as weird as you think that you are, there is still a soul tribe out there for you who will love you and appreciate you for being just exactly who you are. Even if they aren't interested in the things that you are when they initially meet you, I feel like this is the energy of being your authentic self helps other people who are authentic as well love that about you. Like you could have a hobby that is super bizarre, but the people who are authentic and who do love you are going to take that as, well, that's just who they are. Like, I'll watch it with you, sure. If you like watching like Korean TV shows without subtitles, sure, I'll watch it with you. That's just a part of who you are. Like, no worries. We love that about you. You're so different. There's this energy of you are attracting your soul tribe, is what I feel. And maybe you're working on a project that isn't supported by the group of people that you're around, but I see your authenticity in this situation being rewarded. Like the more you honor who you are as a person, however challenging it is in your environment, the more spirit will push you towards an environment that is going to support you, that is going to help you feel supported. They're going to align you with people who are going to be interested in what you're interested in. So let's get some more cards. What else does Group 4 need to know about this situation, please, Spirit? What are they missing? We have Home. Oh, my days. Home. That's beautiful. And we have Ghost. Okay, this is interesting. So for some of you, Group 4, you are seeking a place to belong, a place to connect, a place to ground, a place to feel like your usual self. Maybe you've never felt like you could be like this in front of anybody. I'm getting really dazed as well, I want to add. So I feel like it's just about confirming that this is out there, that this is possible, that this is something that you can have. I want to say with the ghost that there is an element here of protection, especially because the ghost is falling under the wings. It's almost like you need to know that you're being divinely guided here by a very active spirit guide. This could be someone who you knew in this lifetime, who has passed and is here to guide you through this situation. I feel like your devotion to this cause is being rewarded because you are coming home to something. And this home gives me a sense of security, stability, love, warmth, comfort, unity as well. Like, it doesn't have to be a big community, but it might even just be one person. But you're coming home to someone or something because of you choosing to be authentic with yourself, because of you choosing to release your demons, because of you choosing to confront some of your demons in the first place, acknowledging that, maybe you were accidentally feeding energy into the wrong places. When you know better, you do better. It's really important that you forgive that part of yourself and acknowledge that you can only do the best you can with the information that you have. I feel like you're a very unique soul who is finally coming home, and this is exactly what is meant to happen in this timing. So it is really important that you do stay on the path that you're currently on, that you do continue to be authentic with yourself. If it helps to be, secretive about that side of you for now, then that's fine, because it will lead to you finding the people who are going to value and appreciate that part of you. I feel you getting a lot of emotional support from at least one person here, which will lead to you feeling a sense of home and safety and security. And sometimes all it takes is that one person to believe in us and to tell us that, we are worthy and we are able, and they just believe in whatever journey we're on or whatever project we're working towards. Now, with the island being your bottom deck, what's under there? The world. Interesting. Island is reversed, and I don't think that's a coincidence. The island is saying that this period of being alone is potentially ending for a lot of you. I want to say it is ending, but for some of you, it's not about being alone. It's about taking the secret and bringing it into the light. Whether it's a project you've been working on, whether it's feelings that you've been suppressing, whether it's expression towards who you truly are, taking the secret and bringing it into the light is coming very soon. And I see with the world here that it will help offer some closure and also offer some peace. It'll be an opportunity to finally digest something and potentially bring something into fruition. Spirit is saying when the moment comes to express yourself, be honest, be authentic, be exactly who you are, because people are going to appreciate you for it. And if they don't, then they don't have to be involved in the journey. I see loyalty here, and we're being shown a baby angel. So again, there's that feeling of someone young watching out for you on the other side. And with the fairy coming out here, the situation is blessed, but it relies on you being authentic, being honest, and feeling ready enough to express who you truly are and the secret that you've been potentially suppressing. So let's quickly get some charms for you. Group 4, please, Spirit. What else do they need to know about the situation? What information are they missing? Oh. Oh, okay. All right. There's something that fell on the ground. There'll just be a second. Oh, but where did it go? I might have to pause this and find that really quick. All right, so I've got your charms out now. So I'm going to bring some of them in because some of them are on the outskirts over here. I want to start with this anchor charm. It's actually, I think, a life vessel. What do they call them? Oh my days, I can't remember. What do they call them? A flotation device, let's just say that. But this makes me think of the sea. It also reminds me to stay calm. So this is my charm that's saying stay calm. I feel like, listen, you're exactly where you're meant to be. This reading is more of a confirmation. And for many of you, it's about expressing your true feelings. It's about expressing who you truly are. This reading is a confirmation for many of you that you're on the right path. I want to say over here that we do have concerns about alcohol, so I've got to ring that up. We've got Drunken Sailor, we have my Great Northern bottle top, and we have the drunken charm coming out as well. So Spirit is asking for you to express yourself healthily, but don't make a bad habit of it when it comes to drinking. I have to bring it up because that's crazy. We got 3 of them. So just be really careful with your body. You know, if it helps to let your hair down here and there, then do it by all means. If that helps raise your vibration, if that helps keep you optimistic, if you feel like you need a little bit of liquid courage for some of you, then that's fine. But there's almost this energy of don't get so drunk that you can't express yourself anymore. I don't know, that's not going to apply to all of you, but if you're using alcohol as a form of liquid courage in this situation, we don't want you to black out or say something that you're going to regret. It's about being your authentic self and really expressing yourself from your heart, not from a place of pain necessarily. So if I come over here, I'm seeing that you are an incredibly intuitive being, and we know that with the High Priestess. You have this inner knowing within you that helps you feel your way through situations. The Amethyst and the Moonstone are confirming that. Trust what you know. Trust that feeling, because it isn't lying to you, Group 4. I'm also seeing the can opener, so this is telling me that, again, expression, messages over the Knight of Wands. If you feel like you've been delayed in making this happen, making this situation move forward because you're waiting for a sign or a message, I see that communication will definitely change. This circumstance, it's up to you whether you feel confident enough to initiate that communication, but I also feel like communication here is the turning point for your situation, especially if it involves expressing who you are. Communication is really coming through strongly. It looks like you guys are waiting for a sign with this coming out, and Spirit is almost saying that the sign is almost like, because I don't know why I put that over Inferno as well. It's almost like I'm hearing things are aligning, but it's like you might not even get a sign. It's almost like this is just going to happen so quickly that there's not going to be a sign. It's almost about being opportunistic, like Kairos here, just seizing the moment. Critical timing is what they are indicating here. Critical timing. And I see that it does lead to closure. This seems to be an emotional issue for many of you, but I was getting a lot of passion here. So I do see closure, opportunity for closure with this charm, and it has to do with this heart-to-heart conversation as well. The Demon card over here is asking for you to forgive yourself if you feel like you may have accidentally stepped a wrong foot in your journey. You're only human. You're doing the best that you can with the information that you have. And for the oyster shell to be on top of that card, Spirit is saying you got to confront this side of you that is almost demonizing yourself. I feel like you're either doing this to yourself or someone close to you. It feels like most of you are beating yourself up, though. There's this energy of you want to do more, you want to be more. It's really about confronting that and recognizing that that isn't a true reflection of who you are. You're only doing the best you can with the information you have. That oyster is also saying, like, the world is your oyster. You're not as stuck as you think. You're not as trapped as you think. These demons will only continue to rule your world for as long as you feed them energy, for as long as you give them your time, your power. Spirit is saying, take your power back. The world is your oyster. It's really just about changing your mindset here and seeing that you are exactly where you're meant to be, but your past, including your present, doesn't dictate your future. You can control the outcome here through your own actions, is what Spirit is saying. We have the dancing charm coming out, which is indicating that for now you should be resting, but when the time comes, when you feel ready enough, I see that something about dancing and potentially drinking could lead to forward movement in this process as well, because it is raising your vibration and it is giving you a healthy outlet for expression. Now, have I missed any charms? Are they hiding anywhere? I don't think so. I think that's all our charms. Group 4, that is the first part of your reading that I have for you. What I have been doing for the extendeds, for the other groups, is I've been getting an outcome on your situation. I've also been looking at channeled messages from the other people involved in this situation. For you, it feels like it could be a person who you're wanting to open up to, who you're wanting to share your secret with. So we'll ask how they will respond or how they're feeling about you in general, and what they might say to you in return. And we've also just been getting more advice about the situation in Oracle cards. So that's what we're going to be covering in the extended, starting with the outcome, then channeled messages, and then more advice about the situation. So the extended will be on Patreon if you'd like to join us there. Otherwise, if this is where you're leaving us, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. You are a little bit of an enigma for me, a hard energy to get into at first, but I feel like that's because you're so close to achieving something. It's really about just giving yourself time to come back alongside as an ally rather than an enemy here, so that you can get through this final leg, and then being very diplomatic over critical timing. Spirit is saying you got to be really quick and clear about how you're going to do this so that you can pull this off. Quick and clear is what they're saying. So group 4, that's what I have for you. Please look after your wonderful self, and I shall see you in another video. Bye.